Hello everyone, we are Group 15. In this video, we're going to talk about autoimmune regulator, also known as AIRE. Before diving into what AIRE is, let's review how T cells work in adaptive immune system. Firstly, antigen-presenting cells such as dendritic cells or macrophage engulf pathogens like bacteria and viruses and chop them into smaller pieces, which is antigen. Then they display these antigens on its surface. When T cells recognize the antigen with its T cell receptor, it gets activated and begins to attack pathogens. This is how T cells function. Now let's focus on T cells, especially on T cell receptor, which is also called TCR. TCR is a protein complex that identifies a specific antigen and leads to the activation. It's generated by genetic recombination system called VJ recombination. In this system, instead of creating TCR from one prepared gene, TCR is created from some gene segments by combining them randomly. Thanks to this process, T cells are able to have rich diversity and handle every pathogen that may invade the body. As I just said, T cells are highly diverse, and each of them recognize and attack each specific antigen. However, because TCR is generated so randomly, some T cells happen to be reactive to our body's own protein and even attack our body. These T cells are called self-reactive T cells, and they cause autoimmune disease. So, we have to get rid of these T cells before they spread to the whole body. How do our bodies do that?
In the thymus, there is a mechanism that can eliminate self-reactive T cells called central tolerance. In the thymus, there is a positive selection and a negative selection. T cells can activate it unless they bind to the MHC of dendritic cells. Positive selection is a system to select the T cells which can bind to MHC. Only cells with low affinity for ligand receive survival and differentiation signals. Then, T cells should not attack their own cells. Therefore, T cells which bind strongly to the MHC leads to apoptosis. This is called negative selection. However, there are some T cells that have possibility to attack their own cells in peripheral tissues around the body. Then here comes the autoimmune regulator. Through the action of the AIRE, MTEC express measure proteins from elsewhere in the body, and if the T cells respond to those proteins, they will be led to apoptosis.
Dysfunction of thymic medullary epithelial cells and deficiency of autoreactive T cells, low production of regulatory T cells are caused by AIRE deficiency. They cause autoimmune disease. Cause: hormonal abnormalities occur due to autoimmune T cell attacks on one's own cells.